Yep, I just started recording.
All right, cool. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. All right.
My hands were full.
Oh shit!
It's the most disturbing thing.
I'm not even going to ask what they're full of.
Oh my god! I think I've seen it on I see it. I think Yasmin showed something to me of like this guy telling a joke to somebody, and the guy started laughing and jumping up and down, and he had like 2 drinks in his hands, and all you heard was clapping. The guy's like, "Hey, wait, what? Wait, what? So, you're not even moving your hands." He's like, "I know."
Oh shit! He said, "I know."
That shit was foul. Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess we should try to, introduce the podcast. I'm Slim Papi.
I am Papi Fats.
And this is, what the fuck do we call it? Fat Papi, Slim Papi, or the other way around? I don't even remember anymore.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a whim, and I'm going to say we're going to change it every single time.
All right, cool. So
you're not going to know what the fuck to look up.
So I'm Fat Papi. No, I'm just kidding. Well, how's shit been going on with you? It's been a while since we did a recording.
Shit's been good. Just slowly working on. Had some crazy shit happen to me. Had my car be totaled while I was at work. Probably the worst feeling that you could ever feel in life.
Now, do you want to tell that story, or are you just going to just give them like the cliff notes?
Yeah. You know what? I'll go a little into it. So, me being the person I am, I'm a bigger dude, about 6'3", so I need a car with space. So about a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half, I bought, I guess 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, I bought a Mercedes S430.
And for people that don't know cars, just picture like a regular Mercedes sedan, but really nice looking.
And big. Like, not one of the little ones, like a big one. But not, yeah. So, had that. It was gold. I got my car serviced. Was having some trouble turning it over. First time ever having that problem. So I brought it right back to the dealership and was like, what the hell is going on? Apparently they couldn't replicate the problem. They tried to do a diagnostic check and drive the car for a minute to try to reset the computer. And the kid who was driving my car ended up crashing and totaling that car.
That right there, when I remember you telling me, like, after that happened, that felt like a 1 in a million chance. Like, you don't think that type of stuff happens when you take your car and go get service,
Not at a I went to a Mercedes-Benz dealership. I didn't take this to like fucking Hogwarts Honda. And yeah, it sounds like fucking Harry Potter, but it's just spelled a little differently.
That's a real place? I thought you were just fucking with me.
No, it's a real place. There's Hogwarts Honda.
Holy shit.
Hogwarts is actually code for herpes.
Yeah. It's Spanish for Coachella.
But yeah, that happened. I was at work and I got that phone call about my car being fucked up. And I was like, what the fuck? Went through all that shit. Took me months to get my insurance money and get settled. Got my insurance money. Stepped the game up a little bit. Went from an S430 to an S550, which it just got a newer model, and went from the low tier V8 to the top model V8 Mercedes that they make in that style. It was also a 4MATIC, which means it's a 4-wheel drive. Just about a week ago, I was at work, and I'm a truck driver and shit, and I get a call from my boss, and he's like, yo, I got some shitty news for you. I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo, somebody hit your car. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? I've only had this car for 9 months too. Come to figure out that I had my car parked in front of my job on the street. Some lady without a license was driving a truck and ran into the back of my car so hard that she pushed a 4-wheel drive car 12 feet up the street and bent my back tire against a curb.
Yeah, I remember when you hit me up, you were pretty like pissed off, not just at that happening, but the fact of it happening while you're working. So it's not like you're just going to drop what you're doing to like take care of that situation when you're already who knows how far away at the time. Like, I don't know if you're out of town because you go to a bunch of different places.
Yeah, I was at the bare minimum without any traffic over an hour away.
Gosh damn. And I remember having something similar like that happen to me where I was working and I was a lot closer. I was probably just like a half hour away from my car, and a coworker hits me up like, yo, leaving, and I just noticed that you have a completely flat tire. Like there's no air whatsoever. And yeah, I had the pleasure of having to deal with that after work. You know, that job that I was at, it was a laborious job. So it's not like I had much energy to begin with. And then to have to deal with that and then go home to hurry up and sleep so I could start my work day all over again. I just kind of look back at that, and, you know, after hearing this situation happen to you, I'm just like, I feel a little sympathetic about that, you know? It sucks.
It's pretty fucking shitty.
Yeah.
I own the car outright, so there's no gap insurance, no nothing. The insurance is not going to give me the full money that I paid for the car 9 months ago. So honestly, I'm losing money. But yeah,
and the fact that she just kind of hit you. Like, I remember you telling me that your car was just like so far out the way, and she just still hit you. It was a wide road meant for big commercial trucks, and she hits you in the corner. So that just says a lot right there. Like, maybe she wasn't paying attention. Well, obviously she wasn't paying attention, because I don't know anyone that's having that bad of a day to just be like, I'm just going to fuck up someone's car. Like, oh
yeah, and when you do that,
car.
Not a nice car. I've heard about people hitting cars. Well, that was just recently, but
well, hopefully things work out. I'm sure down the line when you get more shit worked out with that situation, you'll give us an update, probably on next episode or something.
Yeah, and as of right now, I'm kind of anti-Mercedes. Mercedes Benzes are nice as hell. Great drives. Never really had problems with it, but if I buy a car and then it gets totaled within 9 months, and then I buy another of the same model car and it gets totaled within 9 months, and I'm not in the car for either of those incidences, yeah, dog, fuck that.
Yeah. But I do want to say this. Don't make it like a thing where it's just like, just fuck Mercedes because it has bad luck and shit. You don't want to put that out there, because then it really will be bad luck for you. You should just try something new, you know? You already had 2 Mercedes. You know what that experience is like. And you should just go for something else.
Said, Nikki, you ever get a back massage while you driving down the I-80?
I remember you showing me the back massage function on your Mercedes, and I did not like that. Like, it's honestly, it feels like you're in a club and like there's some dude that just came up behind you and just started grinding on you. It did not feel like comfortable at all.
So there's like a couple of balls and pause. There's a couple of balls that rotate into the back of your chair to give you like some lumbar massage. And you could also like adjust the lumbar support so you can kind of lean or sit up more straight or whatever. But yeah, it was the first time I ever heard a diss about that. I was like, fuck you, I'm not going to show you the cooled seats either. You're going to sit over there with sweaty nuts.
I felt like the seat coolers is by far the best thing in that car, because yeah, everyone, like when you get a luxury car, you get the little seat warmers and that's cool, but I feel like that's been done for so long. Like seat coolers is changing the game, because when you have a luxury car, it's always leather seats, and living in Northern California, like it gets hot. So when it's summer and you have leather seats, you might as well just be like sitting on a hot iron. Like you was just burning yourself from the seats to the steering wheel to the fucking little metal part of the fucking seat belt. It's just like,
see, and here's where we fuck up, but we can't help it. When you go and you wear thin basketball shorts and you sit in a leather car that's been sitting in the sun all day, and after like maybe 2 minutes, it feels like there's absolutely nothing in between you and that fucking leather seat. It's just heating the bottom of your ass. No good.
I could honestly say like leather seats is just not for me. Like as nice as they are, it's just, they're not good for the cold. They're not good for the heat. You know, it's just,
not unless you got the heated and ventilated seats, baby.
That's true. That's true. Then I changed my mind. Then it's just, I'm balling.
That's just game changer right there.
Shit. I remember my girl, she had an accident too, and then she got a rental car. It was a Mustang. And I never gave a shit about Mustangs before. I thought they were a little overrated. And having to drive this one, even though it was automatic and it wasn't like the most powerful one, it was nice. That was the first car that introduced seat coolers. I was like, what the fuck? There's a breeze coming from underneath. I don't know how to like handle this sensation. And then you got, you know,
just curl your
top.
toes.
So you got a breeze coming from up top and the bottom, and just like you're breezy, you're crisp breezy at that point. It's just like, I feel like I'm about to start dancing and be like, these hoes ain't loyal.
I mean, will they ever be?
Hopefully one day.
He's like, shit got too deep.
One day, man. But anyways, we do got some shit to talk about. I did listen to that rap battle that you sent me. It's between who is Daylight and who else?
Let me double check on that.
The venue is called King of the Dot, right? King of the Dot. So it's Rich Dollars and Daylight. And I was listening to it. And honestly, like, it was good. There's some good little lines in there, you know, sprinkled out between the both of them. But one of the things that I feel like I didn't care for is that, okay, you don't have any beats to rap to. So you're not over here like having to worry about staying on tempo.
Yeah.
You have all this time to be setting up these bars, setting up punchlines, and
well, you are timed.
Yes, you are timed, of course. And from other videos I've seen, it's like a lot of the people, like, they'll have long pauses in between their bars, you know, probably for the audience to do their little reactions, or it's to like build suspense. So I get that, but I felt like sometimes like it didn't need it. Like the bar wasn't that complex that you had to think it over. Obviously the crowd did not really care about what you said. I think it was Daylight that is from the Bronx. Am I right?
No, it was the other guy. I think it's Rich Dollars.
Okay, so that guy I didn't care for his beginning. I'm saying he's from the Bronx, but I'm in Cali, so I'm going to kill you in Cali. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, when it comes to rap battles, like that first bar is so important. It's just as important as the last bar. And I can say that, I've seen two videos because I had a YouTube like autoplays some other, rap battle that Daylight was in. And that one I care for Daylight's verse a little more. I could say that the video that you sent me like is a little lackluster on both ends of each rapper, but I'm very like new to the whole scene of rap battles, so I don't really know how good each rapper is. Like they could both be like incredibly talented and I just haven't seen the right video. But
No. Yeah, I mean, but in their own respective things. Like Daylight, I think is really good, and there's the reason why I sent you that one is just because I felt like there was more punchlines that you in particularly would be able to catch. There's certain shit that like anybody could catch. I remember he said some shit like, your whole block's busters, I think y'all renting the movies. I was like, this nigga's ridiculous. There
was a line in there where it's like, yo, I got homies that steal homies and they steal homies or some shit like that. I was like, okay, I could kind of see where you're trying to go with that one. And there are some other ones where it's just like, okay, these punchlines, you guys are really trying to reach for it.
Sometimes, yeah, the reaching does get done. But one of my favorite bars in battle rap was actually on that. Daylight came up and he's like, oh, I'm going to catch you in the bathroom at the urinal. Come up, I'm going to be like, what's up with that bread, dog? If you ain't talking money, I'm going to cut your fucking leg off. And then he's like, then I come at you again. What's up with that bread, dog? He said, he tucked his chain. He think we didn't notice it neither. Shit. All my dogs is golden retrievers. I was like...
I remember hearing that line too. I feel like some of them some of the bars I have to give it a second listen. But all in all, I liked it. I can say that. Like I definitely enjoyed Daylight. I remember you showing me other rap battles like in the past, like years ago when you're first getting into them. Like seeing Loaded Lux, that was dope. But I haven't even gone to any of these shows, so I feel like that's another layer of getting into it. Because I remember you saying that you went to a few shows, and for the people that haven't been there, like try to give like your impressions of like the very first time you went and what it's like there.
Okay, so I can't lie. When I first was thinking about a battle rap show, I didn't know what to expect. I kind of thought just a whole bunch of people on a stage and everybody just kind of facing a stage like a typical auditorium. Each battle show I went to was not like that, even though each venue had a stage. They made sure to put their stages dead smack in the center. And then most of the time it was standing room only, but you just literally all stand around, which makes it a lot better. I mean, there's a lot better viewpoints. You're up and close, personal. It's not like a rap concert where you're going to turn and see somebody like rapping. It's like, I have no clue what the fuck this nigga's going to say. You may hear like little shit like, oh, this person did something dumb, or this person's wife did this, and that. You could say, oh, he's probably going to talk about that, but you have no idea what they're going to say, what they're going to do. So it's really interesting. But on top of that, the crowd environment, it's little to no talking. The most you're going to hear is like, oh, damn, dog, that show is fire. Or at the end of an actual battle, like going and talking and whatever. And in between the battles, you go out, you grab your drinks, whatever. Then you come back and you come around the stage, which is a full 360, so it doesn't matter where you're standing, you're going to get a good view, and watch another battle. And then you start to respect the crowd aspect. Because, like you said, sometimes people are pausing for crowd reaction, but it's kind of a double-edged sword. When the crowd's too loud that the person can't rap, the timekeeper will stop the time. But if I'm rapping and I'm like, I'm busting you fruits, I think I'm making a smoothie, and wait, and nobody fucking does anything, then nigga, I just fucked up my timing, and I have to try to like hurry up and get through the bars.
For the most part, like, you're trying to get a reaction out of the crowd while also making sure that your lines are, you know, very simple enough for people to get. And that's one of the things that I notice, that when you're trying to reach and think that, oh man, if I say like this hella complex line, like it's going to kill the game. Like as soon as I like say these three things that, you know, at the end of the bar, it all comes together. But like for the average listener, it just goes right over their head. And then that person is like counting on a reaction. And then he's like, fuck, all right. Yeah, I guess I got to keep going on, and hopefully it doesn't, you know,
affect the timing of the round.
Yeah.
Or, for instance, let's say like you're in the middle of a round, you're saying something about me, and then I just like start laughing at you or like trying to make fun of you or whatever. And then the crowd kind of like hops in on it. Mm-hmm. Then you're like, fuck, dude, like that kind of killed my setup or that killed my punchline. And then also, you're literally there just trying to mentally break down a person. So not only are you trying to get an effect out of the crowd, you're trying to get an effect out of the person too. Especially,
but I feel like that's harder.
It is much harder. But when you actually upset your opponent, that's when people's like things are hitting harder. But getting back to what you're saying about reaching, in that battle in itself, there was a bar in there that I really liked. Got zero crowd reaction and nobody noticed it. I guess you could say it was a reach, but I'm not sure. Now, it's kind of a visual thing, but he said half your circle gets lined up with the dot. Or he said, I'm question marks. So think of a question mark, half circle, which is being the top of the question mark, gets aligned with the dot. So like he literally described a question mark. Then on top of that, he's saying, nigga, I'm going to shoot half of your crew, which I thought was dope. Not really something I caught the first or second time I listened to it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just another thing. Like sometimes you reach or sometimes you say something that's really potent and people don't fully grasp it.
I guess as just, you know, being analyzed as a rapper, like that'd be something I consider like, oh man, like this shit was so complex and like so good. Like I could figure it out like 3 days or 3 listens later. But
yeah,
when you're a battle rapper, that's cool and all, but you're trying like win that night because that's what you're trying to go for. Is, you know, you want to get that title and have another notch underneath your belt. I mean, like I said, I'm new to this, so there's so many different aspects to this that I didn't even realize. Like you could have, you know, a really good verse that you're spitting, but the person that's you're battling with has fans in the crowd and you're trying to get that reaction. You know, the fans aren't going to try to react, you know. They're just rolling with the person that you're battling against. So that's just like something I didn't even think of.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like you're trying to do a rap battle against somebody who ends up being a big name, and everybody's like, yo, I'm riding with this person, I'm not even going to react to your shit. And you're kind of spitting and whatever and trying to, no matter what, when you're performing, you're kind of going off of the energy of the crowd. Imagine spitting a rap for like 4 minutes and nobody says shit.
Yeah, if I'm the person that's saying the verse, like that's going to weigh me down mentally. Like fuck, like this tough crowd.
Yeah.
Well,
And I mean, that's when you got to reach out and try to grab the attention. That's when you got to get into the person's face. That's when you got to speak up a little bit louder, just puff out your chest. And yeah, it's definitely a gladiator sport.
yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I would definitely want to see in battle rap alongside with how it is now, because like I was saying earlier, there's no beat or anything to go along to. I think there would be a cool little like side area of battle rap where you do have to go up with the beat, kind of like how it was in 8 Mile and everything. It just adds a layer of difficulty. You could have the regular battle rap where it's like you just gotta make sure that the bars are simple but impactful, but with when you got a beat, it's like, okay, now I have to make sure that this goes on tempo. And even it could even be like slower beats, like it doesn't have to be a hella fast beat, and then you just have to think on your feet, or another thing that would be kind of cool would be like random matchups, like you got, let's say, the 4 top battle rappers, right? But they don't know who they're going up against until it's time to fucking actually, perform.
They actually did the whole entire not knowing who you're going against. Like obviously they're at the show, so they know they're going to battle rap somebody, and I'm sure through process of elimination you can kind of start to get an idea. But they did that before, and that's cool. But then about the having a beat thing, like I think it's a cool idea, but it would kind of have to be a different type of battle. Because there are so many people, just like in music today, that just hide behind a beat and know how to rock with the rhythm.
Well,
I feel like if you start incorporating a beat, some people are just going to try to make songs rather than...
No. That's not what I was trying to go for. I'm not trying to go for like a beat as in like I want this to be like extra like melodic or anything. I just want to add like a level of difficulty, because the one thing where you're rapping normally in a regular beat battle, it's so free form and like there's no rails to tighten your pace, that you just have these long pauses, or you can't seem to like keep up with how you're setting up each bar. And the beat would then give you like some rules that you'd have to kind of follow. Like, okay, like I know what I'm going to say, like, but I'm going to say it like along with the beat, so that way everyone can kind of keep up.
Okay. Now I'm going to embarrass myself a little bit here. I did watch a decent amount of fucking Empire before I stopped watching it, because it just became a soap opera. But in Empire, and for the people that watch Empire, thank God you know what the fuck I'm talking about, but stop watching the show. Hakeem Lion was fucking battling, I think her name was Frida Gatz. They did a battle with like the whole freaking beat and everything like that, and she barred this nigga up. Just simple, stayed on beat, whatever, barred this nigga to death. This nigga came with the hopping and the antics and the more like I'm gonna rap and flow on beat, whatever. And that nigga ended up winning because he complimented the beat better, not because he did anything better or whatever. And I would hate to see some shit like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like there's
like I said, this would be like another thing to add to the beat battle, or not beat battle, rap battle world,
which I do think actually like it's a 50-50 thing. I think that could be really cool, because things that get a lot of reaction is when a person raps super on cadence to a point where you could like damn near hear the beat that's supposed to go with it. Where like Daylight will be like, "Oh, I seen him at the bus stop, ran to the bus stop, shot in the bus stop, left him laid at the bus stop, laid with a buzz cut." Like, okay, when you kind of hit more of a cadence, more people are like, "Okay, I like that a little bit more," and it brings a little bit more energy. So I do see that working too.
That is, another thing that it would add more energy, just because when you got the beat, sometimes the beat kind of helps the crowd get a little more into it, and be like, okay, they're nodding their head, and if I could just now stay on beat and say something, clever enough, that could help with the reaction.
True. And I mean, there's also one more factor to it. As far as you looking up into battle rap, see me, I kind of very easily stumbled upon the people that I like. And I've showed you people that I like as I've gone through it. And maybe they're not your favorite battle rappers. Like, I mean, maybe you'd be more impressed with other people's style. So that is kind of something you gotta, reach around and pause and feel out. Pause.
Oh my God.
Had to hit it with the double pause.
Just went from 6 to midnight. Well, I do want to kind of switch gears. I did see Avengers Endgame.
I didn't, so
I'm not spoiling anything.
I do have a question though.
I heard a lot of shit from people saying, like, even before like the movie came out, just like how these Marvel movies aren't really that cool. The whole fucking superhero movie thing is just kind of played out, yada yada. And I watched it, and I was fucking blown away. I really enjoyed the movie. There's high points, there's low points, everything in between. Of course, there's criticisms that I could have towards the movie, but it's just like, why would I? Like, and above everything, I think what made me get into wanting to watch this movie so fucking bad was the world building that these movies have been creating since like the first Iron Man. So,
well, actually, this make me sound like a nerd. Hulk, Incredible Hulk 1, the shitty Hulk, I think 1 and 2 were the first ones where they really started talking. They didn't say it was the Avengers until like Iron Man.
Yeah.
But the Hulk 1 and 2 at the end, they kind of were explaining that they're getting together.
Okay, I could kind of remember that. And then when you actually see like Infinity War, you kind of see how even shit from the first Captain America was also how long ago. Like, that ties into this whole series, and it's just like, gosh damn, this is a lot. And yeah, dude, I highly recommend that movie. Like, if you're like already been somewhat invested in these movies, like, you might as well just go and watch this in the theaters instead of just waiting. But that's just my take from it. I didn't want to like give anything away because as of today, we're recording this on Cinco de Mayo of 2019. So, I mean, it's already been like, what, over a week since it's been released?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to not be another podcast that's trying to tell you exactly what happened. Like, oh my God, fucking Thanos shot himself.
But I do have a question.
Go ahead.
And I think everybody wants to know. Did Ant-Man say anything about crawling in Thanos' ass?
No, and I'm pissed. Everyone always says that shit too. Like, they should have at least mentioned it. Even though they started like recording this movie like back in 2016, that's how long they've been working on this. Like,
one scene,
like it could have been something as simple as like, fucking Captain America gets a call from Ant-Man and he's like, "Yo, I have this idea." So like, get real small, right?
So small.
And Thanos, he real big, right?
Real big. It's like, Captain America, yes, he's a larger male.
I don't think that thing knows, man. Come on, let me do my thing, baby. Like I could be Plan A, and y'all could just do your little Plan B.
This nigga said, "I'm about to dive in, splash."
But other than that, I can't wait for the next Spider-Man movie. I'm a Marvel head a little bit.
Yeah,
I kind of grew up that way.
Even people that don't like superheroes, this was like the whole Marvel series was very digestible, very easily digestible. Like, you know how many hoes had no clue who the fuck Iron Man was?
Yeah, it's true.
Who the fuck Thor was?
Back in the day, you know, in like early 2000s and shit, like all it was just Spider-Man, you know, Spider-Man, Hulk, maybe. And then now you have like random ass characters that no one really gave too much thought about, like Captain Marvel. Like,
yeah, didn't see that coming.
I didn't see Black Panther coming. Like, even though that is an Avenger, like in the comics and everything, I'm just like, that is kind of like random that you guys kind of like took that chance, you know?
That was a great movie. But yeah.
I fuck with that movie. I fuck with most of the Marvel movies. That Amazing Spider-Man, though, I haven't really seen them. I think I've seen the first one. I was just like, fuck that. It's a little too cheesy.
Yeah, I didn't get through it.
Yeah.
But I also have something. I heard the song 2 days ago. But did you hear the new Logic Eminem featuring Joe Budden record?
No, but I don't know anything about Joe Budden. Like, I just knew that Logic and Eminem came out with the song. What was it, like Homicide or something like that?
Yeah.
And I didn't give it a listen. I'm sure it's all right. I'm sure there's good bars in there, but at some point I'm going to listen to it. But I did go on Instagram because I follow Logic, and he posted up a little picture of two goats, and over the faces of the goats he put himself and Eminem.
God, he's such a square. Actually, really fucking good song. Like, easily 9 out of 10.
Okay.
And cat's out the bag. Joe Budden's on the song, and it's fucking great.
If that's the case, why doesn't it say featuring Joe Budden?
I'm just
like, is he rapping? Is he just like talking on there?
He's rapping.
Okay.
I don't want to give it away because then I feel like it will ruin it.
Okay.
But God, this is just one of those little things that just like pushes the song even up another level.
And honestly, like I listen to Joe Budden podcasts, but I can't say that I really listen to too much of his music. So,
oh, you didn't pump it up?
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely pumped it up, and then that's when they got served, and it was all for Lil Saint. You know.
I mean, did you know that there's some hoes in this house?
I mean, come on, man. I'm talking about beautiful. You gotta let the L's roll off the tongue.
I get it. Joe Budden, he made some good music later in his career. I think.
I feel like music, I need to go back and listen to his shit. I'm sure there's definitely some songs that I'd like by him. Same for Slaughterhouse, because I remember how Slaughterhouse was like such a...
Slaughterhouse was dope as fuck.
They were just such a, like, in the hip-hop community, like, they're put on kind of a pedestal of, like, yo, like, when it comes to, like, rapping and being, like, lyrical, like, you go Slaughterhouse, you know? That's just what it is.
Slaughterhouse was fucking next level.
So but yes, anyone that's a part of Slaughterhouse, I can't really say that they're bad, you know, at rapping. Like, obviously, there's a reason why they they get high accolades from their peers.
All right, so here's another thing that, especially if you're going to talk about Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse's most popular song is called Hammer Dance.
Oh my God. I think I heard that one, and I think that was good, if I'm not mistaken, because there was also another Slaughterhouse song that I heard, and it was just like they were trying to go for that whole commercial sound, like a radio song, and it had a music video. I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this one. This one feels not good.
Forced.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did have one. Hammer Dance was an Arab music beat, but Joel Ortiz barred it up. Royce the 5'9", he doesn't do anything but bar shit up. But I'm going to be honest. Even though Joel Ortiz went off, shouted out Puerto Ricans, which, you know, that's already a soft spot. It's between Joe Budden and Crooked Eye for the best verse on that song. And all of those verses would be harder than, I would say, just about 90-something% of all other verses. Like, you could put that on any other song and it still would have been like ridiculously tough. That still would have been like the verse that you go back. So Joe Budden, he in his later days, he was barring shit up.
Yeah, I believe it.
But yeah, Logic, Eminem, Homicide, super dope. The Joe Budden feature was fucking great. And just to give you a little layout, it goes intro, which is maybe about 4 or 5 seconds, which was just kind of funny little bullshit. It's like, oh yeah, well, hey son, do you know why you're the greatest? Like, why, Dad? He's like, because you came from my balls, nigga. And then the song starts. Kind of funny, ridiculous. I'm not really sure why it has to be there, but whatever.
Well, Logic always seems like he has to have a level of humor in some of his songs, especially if it's going to be a song that's helping his rollout, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that just kind of comes with the Logic package. You get some humor, you get some lyricalness, some world building, shit like that.
I'm going to tell you, this is straight bars from Logic. There's no, oh, I'm half black, I'm half white, but it's all right. Laying on a cold night. Like, none of that shit. Straight bars.
Don't ever mix the purple with the Sprite.
Yeah. Intro, Logic. There's not even really a chorus to the song. Then here comes Eminem, followed by Joe Budden.
I mean, I'll definitely have to listen to it. And it's just Logic. He's one of those artists where after was it
An Incredible True Story?
The Incredible True Story. Ever since then, it's been kind of falling off for me. Like, I'll still like listen to his stuff, but I'm not like running to listen to it like how I am with other artists.
You know what? Forget this. What I'm gonna ask to do, just because I really want to get this across, I'm gonna ask to take a short pause. I want you to hear this and react to it, because I feel like if anybody's going to enjoy this, it's going to be you.
All right.
And the song's only a couple minutes.
All right. We're going to pause right here. All right. So we're back, and I listened to that song with Eminem, and I can honestly say, like, that was a solid song. You're right. That was from him, like, you know, actually spitting a really good verse, but not taking it too seriously.
Yep. Didn't hear him talk about his race.
Yeah. I want to say, I wonder if Eminem, like, purposely tried to stay away from that whole flow that everyone makes fun of him of, and, like, he was the one saying, like, yo, throw that shit at the end of.
I have no clue. I really do wonder who was like, yo, put that Joe Budden shit on there. And I can't wait to hear Joe Budden think that that's a diss.
I don't know. I feel like Joe Budden would, like, talk about it, but I don't think he'd take it as a diss. Even Eminem is kind of aware of what people say about him. Same for Logic with everything. Hence the
Joe
last
Budden
song he mentioned the whole, being of two races and kind of joking on that. But I remember on another podcast, the H3 podcast, they had Logic on there, and he was talking about how he met Eminem. He didn't say that they're going to work on music or anything. I didn't expect him to reveal any information like that. But when he was talking about Eminem, like, he did have a very quick reference of that situation of, Joe Budden like making fun of that that rap style. It wasn't like shouting out his name or anything like, oh yeah, I remember when Joe Budden. Nah, he was just like, oh yeah, I know how people make fun of Eminem for rapping like that.
Yeah, but Joe Budden, man, he be taking like some shits as diss. Like,
I feel like he's how he's going to take shit, but even like some things, I do feel like it's just like I'm kind of like upping my reaction for the podcast, but at the end of the day, I don't really give a shit.
I mean, that dude literally dropped like 6 songs dissing Drake. Like, he's dropping a song a day dissing Drake.
Okay, when Drake, that's totally different than the Joe Budden now.
He dissed 50 Cent like 3 times, and nobody even understands what the fuck. Joe's first off, who's dissed Joe Budden since he quote unquote retired?
Russ.
Joe does not give a fuck about Russ. Russ is not.
I get that. Migos.
This is real rappers that are talking about him, and I feel
Sci-Hi the Prince.
I thought he was cool with Sci-Hi.
They had like a little bit of time where freaking Sci-Hi made a diss song on him, and all Joe Budden did was like talk for a good minute on his podcast about, basically just trying to like dance around it, saying like, oh yeah, I heard your diss, but you wouldn't do it again. Fucking double dog dare you, because you don't know who you're messing with. That whole thing.
Oh, you know what? That would probably, maybe you're right then, because I was just thinking it was like nobody worth him wanting to diss.
Mm-hmm. But
you know what I'm saying?
Even with what I just said, Joe Budden still says, every time he brings up Sci-Hi, he's just like, yo, like, all jokes aside, I do fuck with Sci-Hi. But in the rapper world, it's like, yeah, you could get the smoke. And it's like he says, like he wouldn't like battle Russ or the Migos or anything because that's not his level. Like, and then Sci-Hi comes around and then he dances around it like, oh no, not him. And then the whole shit between him and Eminem, it's just like, yeah, well, that's more of a personal thing, so they ain't going to really battle over that,
I don't even know what the fuck is up with him and Eminem.
I don't. I would like to think that, they're cordial, That's what I try to take from the whole situation. Like, they both have their differences and they just try to like, not really talk about shit. At least not to the public, which I totally respect, because if I was either of them, I wouldn't want people knowing shit like just out in the open, especially being in a group together,
Yeah.
But all in all, that Logic song was dope. I really fuck with Logic. Not as hard as I used to, but like he always seems to like come out with some cool shit that always keeps me interested. I just like Post Malone. They both are really good at whoever they hire to do the artwork for their songs. Very well done. Because that's one thing ever since this whole digital streaming world, like I feel like artwork has been kind of put to the side because you have to make so much so quick because you're putting out songs just as quick.
Yeah, I mean, before it was like, let me take a picture, white backdrop, I'm gonna have the name of the song above me in red, and that's your single.
Basically.
Now it's like, yeah.
And honestly, to me, it's like if you have good cover art, that kind of lets me know that you actually try to give a fuck about this particular piece of music. So I'm going to try to check it out. But if it looks like just a very generic artwork, I'll still check it out. But my hopes aren't high.
Yeah, my expectations are lowered. I get it.
But to kind of switch gears again, I did want to talk about that new YG song that came out, like a day or two ago, the Go Loco song with Tyga and John Z, who I never heard of, but I saw the video and gosh damn, I couldn't help but just fucking laugh to myself because
we all know people that look like the Mexicans. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, and just a disclaimer, I am Mexican. So,
and just a disclaimer, we are family.
Yeah.
There's not a racist bone in my body, but still.
Yeah.
God.
So going with that, seeing YG like in a sombrero was just funny to me. Yeah, I wonder
the
if
full mariachi.
Yeah, with the very, very grown in mustache. That was great. That was fucking.
I was just like, what the hell? But I will say,
I wasn't expecting that song too. Like, I know he fucks with like the whole Mexican
not at all
shit, but
I feel like he just came out with an album.
Yeah, I mean he
and now I'm not sure. Are these songs from that album? Because he did that, and he did that bitch nigga song. Is he coming out with another album?
Yeah, dude. Like, it's been what, a year?
I didn't know it's been a year. I thought it's been like 6 months. My overview on the song, first off, the music video, fucking hilarious. This nigga trying to play the trumpet, you gotta relax. Full on red mariachi, ridiculous.
He's wearing the jean Dickies jacket, you know, with the khakis and the white tee. It's like he's really trying to go for it hard. Even the hat too, like the little fedora. It's like
fully on embracing the lifestyle. Not as hard as the dude in the 5XL tall tee with the humongous dicky pants that were creased that decided to do the worm.
Oh my god, that was my favorite part.
That shit.
I never seen a cholo do the worm. That was crazy.
I've newly, this is like new information to me. So within the past year and a half, I newly realized that some cholos used to like to breakdance, but they would breakdance to like oldies and shit, and they never got past like that 80s hip hop.
It's funny that you say that because there's actually like a dude on the internet right now. He's like on Instagram and YouTube. I think if you just like type in like pop locking cholo or Mexican, whatever, there's this dude who all his videos are him literally pop locking while trying to spread the word of Jesus.
That nigga said, Jesus Christ.
You remember him?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's exactly who I think of when I saw him doing the worm.
I love you, God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now,
Holy Lord, Holy Sword.
God. YG, to me, okay rapper. Tyga, to me, trash. Like,
I can't say he's trash, dude. I can't. I get where you're coming from because
I know
some people think that like he's kind of like a gimmicky type rapper or whatever, but I fuck with Tyga. Like, he's got so many songs that just they do well, especially in California. Just like they're good club songs, good just to ride around to. Like even these last songs they came out with, like Goddamn, and I think Girls Want to Have Fun or something like that. Like, say what you want about them, but they're perfect to put on at a party.
I understand their party songs and whatever. I just
Not to
don't like
mention
them.
they sound very Bay Area influence.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, those have a very Bay Area influence. I just don't like them. I didn't like that. I didn't like Taste. I didn't. I never
His flow,
liked.
too. He has his moments. He had a bad first impression with me when he had that fucking lime and the coconut shit.
That was super trash. Rack City was cool. He did a couple cool songs, but
I think in an interview too. Sorry to cut you off, but I think in an interview, Schoolboy Q was in that video. If he was
in
saying,
the lime and the coconut.
yeah, I think he was saying some shit with Tyga. He was in a video, and I think it was that lime and the coconut video.
That is embarrassing.
I'm just saying, man. I know you fuck with Schoolboy Q, and
I fuck with Schoolboy, but back to it. One person I don't like, one person who I think is okay, and a person that I never heard of that has hair like my girlfriend. Listen to the song Extremely Low Expectations.
Right.
I mean, good God, lowest of lows. Started hearing it.
The worm again. I'm watching the video right now.
Started listening to the song. I'm like, oh my God, they did not like it. And then next thing you know, I'm like, all right, this shit kind of jammed. And I'm like, all right, let's see what they do as far as verses. YG, good verse. Tyga, good verse. Like, I'm like, shit, Tyga, I haven't liked a verse from you for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had the confusing moment, because I didn't even look who was all on the song, where they had the Mexican flag and then the Puerto Rican flag. And I'm like, Puerto Rican flag is the wrong way. And this doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I didn't grow up in LA, so I'm guessing like there's plenty of Puerto Ricans, enough for YG to recognize them.
No, he just wanted to have a fucking reggaeton artist, from what I understand. It's like, oh yeah, there's
John Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why there was a Puerto Rican flag. Because I'm like, dude, you guys are embracing the cholo culture, like hard as fuck. And then you have a Mexican and a Puerto Rican flag, and I'm like, that's Mexican American culture. The fuck is there a Puerto Rican flag there for?
Hey, man.
And then here comes out dude who his sprinkles of English are like a young teenager who's just learning another language.
I mean,
and niggas, YG.
He definitely had an impression on me, because him having his little mascot right next to him as he's doing whatever he's doing, and just like, okay, that's different. Never heard of this dude before, but you know, I can't really hate on him, because I'd have to listen to more of his music.
I'm gonna say I actually didn't dislike his verse. Just he had 2 bars in there when he was speaking a little more English that I was like, this is kind of ridiculous. He said, Tyga and YG want a Boricua pussy.
Oh shit!
I believe that was his first bar.
One hell of a bar, I must say.
And then need your mind, he said a, so not plural. I mean, that's a triz. But anyways.
Come on, man, don't hate. We're celebrating.
Sanitate.
Like, come on, man, we all having fun, right? When we stop having fun.
And then he said, he's rapping Spanish, and then he says, oh, fuck ass bitch. I'm like, okay. Like I said, just sometimes when he's sprinkling in the English, I'm like, your English is like a little ridiculous, but liked it. It's cool song.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to play it some more. I totally forgot about that song till after I pulled up Spotify. I was just like, oh shit, I remember this. I should have played it today too for Single to Mile. You know what I'm saying?
No, I did. Shit.
You did?
I definitely did.
Gosh damn it. I guess you're more Mexican than me.
I was above the curve. Nigga. I'm riding around, all of a sudden just saw.
Hey
like,
man, you used to do the worm back in the day. Yeah. Do that shit one more time.
That shit was light. Yeah, I mean, it was light, but yeah, I mean, if I had bigger clothes, then it would have hit harder.
Yo, man, if you just had the full Dickies jean outfit, like, you would have been straight.
Bro, I can't lie. That dude looks like he is maybe a 36 in jeans. And it looks like he's at least wearing a 46.
He looked like
And
one of
those-
my uncles, straight up. Like he looks pretty, like, old to be doing the worm and shit. Come on now. Let's be honest here.
I mean, give him a little props, though. There was a lot of elevation on that worm. That nigga was pretty high in the fucking air. I'm like, I don't know how.
That momentum, man, like, keep you going.
Shit.
You didn't know is that he yelled cut and he just kept on doing the worm. It's like, I can't stop it.
Fuck this shit. I'm going through my car, man. Good song.
Well, is there anything that you wanted to bring up? Like,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. We'll get into the last thoughts.
Okay.
Doing the deep dive here, things are going to get a little personal.
Oh, God.
Have you ever,
Yes.
I know, have you ever talked to your girl about what type of porn she watches?
No, because she doesn't watch porn. And I'm not even joking. It's not like, oh, you don't know that. You freaking catch her fucking flicking the Mexican jumping bean when you're not looking. I'm like, I think there was only one time where we tried to watch porn together, and then she realized what.
One time you walked in.
And she was jumping, and
I'm like, you know how fucking.
all you hear is
Sorry. Yeah,
like-
she's hitting the wild like white girl slapping the top. Just. Yeah.
all you hear is a lot, Yeah, we tried to watch porn one time, and yeah, then she saw what internet porn has to offer. Nothing like fucking like 50 Shades of Grey. She found all the other shades. Like, she found white shades, black shades.
She said 47 shades of pink and 17 shades of brown.
Yeah, so needless to say that she couldn't find anything to watch. Like, yeah, unless you're like into some like really weird shit. Like, there's not much on Pornhub that you could get into.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. A girl, like, she'll try to walk into the bathroom while I'm taking a shit. She'll talk to me about shit. She'll fart. I'll fart. She don't really give a fuck, right?
I can't say that we have that relationship. I don't even know if my girl ever farted. I don't know if she even, shits. I think maybe she just kind of eats the food and just she absorbs all calories to the point where there's nothing to put out.
You know, that's
I'm
a good
just fucking
thing.
with you. I know she shits, but yeah.
That's a good thing. I'm going to say it like this. I didn't want to introduce that part of the relationship.
But she did.
Yeah, she did. One day she was fucking like, oh my God, my stomach hurts. Nigga, like, the fuck is this shit? And then she's over here like laughing. Oh, it's not gonna stink. I'm a girl. It don't stink. I'm like,
Oh,
bitch.
girl, it don't stink. Hey, man, all I can say is at least it made noise because you got issues if all you hear is.
Oh, fucking-
Yeah.
Hear a little flutter at the end. back to it. I've realized girls don't like talking about porn. If you go watch porn with a girl, most of the time they're going to be like, put on something. They're not going to put on something of their own. They're not going to be the ones to tell you what they like.
Oh, hell no. Because they want to see what you put on, see how fucking disgusting you are.
And then they want to compare it. So I made that mistake before. I'm just going to be honest. It's a moment of honesty. We're all holding hands here mentally.
Go ahead, brother. This is a safe zone.
The BBW Latinas. Good God. Best category.
Yes. My man.
Yeah, I mean,
I seen you only go for the best of the best.
What I likes.
Oh my God. Yeah. And then she's like, yeah, that's not all you put down. You added maids at the end of that search.
You know, sometimes I'm a truck driver, so I'll be like, BBW Latina. Truck stop.
Oh my God.
Just fucking with you.
Yo, what's up with like some of the videos where it's just like, girl can't pay her rent? It's like, dog, why would someone watch this? And I'm just like, why would someone like finish watching to the end of this? And then, then I have to, clear my history and delete it from my downloads.
You downloaded it?
It's on my burner phone. It doesn't matter if it has viruses.
God. I don't even check for viruses. I'm just playing.
Go chill.
We just hope and pray. We hope and pray.
Shout out.
We always say is watch out. But so I remember just looking at porn, and I didn't even tell the person what type of porn I was into. However, she always seen me going back to what I love. The BBW Latinas, big booty Latinas, whatever. This woman was not Hispanic.
It was a redhead. Wow, I never seen a Mexican with freckles. This is next levels. This is albino.
Yeah. She fucking put that shit together and was like, "Oh, really? Is that what you like?" And me being the asshole that I was, which I'm doing a lot better, I said yes.
That's right. You doubled down on that.
Fucking
sick fuck. How dare you?
When it's about the BBW Latinas, you gotta double down.
It's like, I mean, could she get mad? It's like that just says right there. It's like, it doesn't matter how big you get, you're just going to look better. You just turn more into a fantasy at this point.
She just was not Hispanic, and she was like, "There's a lot of things that I can do, but I can't change my fucking race. And obviously, this is what you like, and yada yada yada."
Oh, so it has to be exactly like her. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one, even younger. I was much younger.
No, I was about to say, like, what? Excuse me?
Yeah. Dating a BBW Latina. Niggas like what they like.
I mean,
and
you don't like change, that's for sure.
Nah. You stick with what's good. I mean, once you have a filet mignon, are you going to go back to, like, I don't know, fucking country fried steak?
In your case, it's fajitas. Burrito.
Oh, yeah. Fajitas. But we were watching, and she kind of seen the same thing. She's like, "Wow, this is what you like. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's interesting. Like, that's really what you like. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, why do you say that? She's like, I was just thinking you'd look up like some model looking girl or whatever. Like, girls you be looking at look like me. And then I posed the question to her. I looked at her in the face and was like, why would I be fantasizing about some type of girl that I couldn't even be with or wasn't attracted to? It's like, if I was attracted to skinny girls, then I'll go after skinny girls. If I like, whatever. And she really made that seem like it was the weirdest complex.
Interesting. I mean, honestly, if I was you, I wouldn't have even like put anything into the search bar. Like with my girl, she,
You just gotta go.
she didn't know what to pick, right? So I'm just there with her. She's like, I don't know what to find. Well, like this, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. And I'm just like, I try to play dumb. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like, what's the world coming to, right? Like, fucking A. Here, let me see if I could type in something. And
your frequent buttons just popping up.
Right? It's like, oh, what does that mean? Your membership payments. No, but you gotta type in something that almost looks good. Like passionate lovemaking after marriage. Something that makes you look good. You can't be typing in all this shit. Like bang bus, sluts.
Bang bus on the tour bus. No, you got to put in consummating our marriage.
Yeah,
I get that.
Type in only doing this for procreation only. Passionate hand holding. Was it extreme dry humping?
This thing said, you scratch my back, I scratch your back, but it's funny, my back's located on my cock.
Behind my jeans. Okay? All right. Not diddling.
All right.
Not daddling.
Let's be honest here. If a woman were to call my dick a cock, I'd be very disturbed.
Well, it depends on how she says it. I mean,
there's no fucking good way to say.
She's like, "Oh my god, you're cack." It's like that's
cack.
Cack's like, so freaking big, so veiny.
Getting a lot of circulation going through that thing.
Oh, you're pulsating.
I guess max blood flow.
Honey, you got high blood pressure. Trust me, I know.
I could see it.
Oh my god. Anyways. You know what? Actually, you bring up a strong point. I don't think there's a way to... You can't use cock. You can't use pecker,
I would just laugh.
You can't use shaft.
I would have been like,
yeah. I mean that kind of makes sense, but no.
Fucking pecker. Can you imagine? Put that pecker in my arse. I've been like, wait, what? And yes, I said arse because if she says pecker, she's saying other weird shit too.
Yeah, stick that in my mouth hole. It's like, I really don't know where you're learning these things. I don't like it. Yeah, well, oh no. I really hope that next time you take my advice and you type in engagement sex or something like that, or promise ring foreplay. Where the promise ring go? You give her a new promise ring where it's the fucking cock ring. And she's like, "Oh, it's for your cack." Perfect. Set this bad boy to rabbit. So we could fuck like them.
Good.
Oh my god, that just reminded me one time. Okay, disclaimer. If you know who I am in real life, don't listen anymore. Me and my girl are driving. She turns to me and she sees a little area secluded, you know. She's like, "Hey, babe, you want to go over there so we could fuck like rabbits?" Like, excuse me, I covered myself. What did you say? Plus, when we're driving, you got the windows down. It's a little hard to hear sometimes. So she starts using sign language. And she's like, "We can go," you know, making her fingers act like she's walking over there and fuck. And she slammed her hands together. So we could go over there and fuck like rabbits. And she put both her hands up and flopped them over like bunny ears. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
See, that's not even a possibility for me. Tried fucking in a car. It was a terrible incident.
Oh,
At
fucking
least you have stories like that. It's just not even humanly possible for me to have sex in a car.
But you done it.
I mean, yeah.
Not efficiently, but you done it. That's
Yeah.
highlighting here. So
And you know where I did it? In the back of a Mercedes. That's class. Put that ventilated seats on.
it's like, ooh. And then you put on the massaging chair. So it feels like someone else is there. He's like, just relax.
Police come knock at the window. All you see is steam and my bare ass at the window. Yeah. Porn with women. I don't know where the fuck you got to get to what level that they're comfortable. I don't know.
Are you one of the guys that's just like, I have to look at lesbian porn only because I don't want to see any other guys?
No. Although I do focus on the girl, but lesbian porn, it's like, I feel like they're faking it. But I'm going to tell you something else. Now, this is the wildest shit ever. And let me throw out my little disclaimer. Anybody that knows me personally in real life, for the next couple minutes, I'm just talking about Bible scriptures.
Which is very interesting, so you want to listen to this.
Also, I'm going to be talking about cleaning between my toes.
And Jehovah.
And warts. So nothing to really listen about here.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic to hear this.
So I remember this is probably one of the only times that I've been told what a girl wanted to watch as porn, or what she liked as far as porn. I remember asking her, and never hearing, right? And then one day she's like, "Yo, you really want to know?" I'm like, "No, bitch, I've been asking you for fucking 3 months. What the fuck do you think I'm still asked you for?" Right? You over here being all cautious and whatever. "Oh, I don't know. I mean, I like stuff, but it's just kind of weird. I don't want to tell you." No. Finally broke down. She told me. And I really looked at her and I was like, yeah, that's fucking weird.
She like, I'm in to reverse cowgirl.
Worse. But she said she liked to watch chicks with dicks fuck girls.
Okay. Yeah.
So she wanted to watch she's fuck girls. And her reasoning behind it was because she liked girls and a girl with both was kind of like the ultimate fantasy for her, I guess. And
So, how does she feel about guys with vaginas? She didn't think about that, I bet.
that's an extremely flat-chested girl. But
she's thinking about the ultimate fantasy. She didn't even think about the other half of it. A whole nother world. Or a guy with a dick and a girl with a vagina.
no,
Don't ask me how I thought of that one.
no, here's the thing, man. Like I said, I was like, yo, that's fucking weird. Week went past. She tried to put on some porn, and she had the nerve to put on the porn of the she-male fucking another girl.
You was into it.
I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? At first, need your mind, I'll give it to you. At first, I was like, okay, because neither of the girls were cute. I was like, okay, both these girls are kind of whatever. Okay, I guess we're watching lesbian porn. Nope. Next thing you know, see one of the girls reach down into the other girl's dress and pull out the dick. And I was like, what?
Out of a drawer. No.
I wish. It's like, what the hell? And then she's over here trying to be intimate, and I can't do it. I'm over here watching this shit like it's a science fucking experiment. Like, dude, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I didn't do anything because I haven't done anything with any other woman besides my fiance. And that's the end of that story.
I mean, come on, man. You should have been more open with her. Should have just went with it and just be like, all right, well, I call next video.
You know what I'm putting on?
She's like, oh, I've already seen the same video.
Come on, I gotta watch Selena the Stallion. I have no clue if that's a real person, but I guarantee you it is.
Freaking, what? Erica the Mermaid.
God, that sounds terrible.
Is it a Mexican name or Latin name?
Erica the Mermaid just sounds like a bitch who has a very incredibly smelly vagina.
Smell like the ocean.
All right.
You got Ocean Breeze and Febreze. You got Ocean Breeze and Candles. Come on now.
Perfect segue. Deep dive breakdown of lyrics. We'll be touching back up on this song, but just want to talk about Too Short and his song Freaky Tales.
Old ass song, by the way.
Yeah.
This is like, what, back in the 80s?
Yeah. Let me look. I believe it's in the 80s. Let me look up when it came out. 1987. So old as fuck. But he said he met a girl named Beth, and when her pussy got wet, it smelled like death. He said he was dripping. He was tired as hell, dripping sweat, but he was all up in her, trying to hold his breath.
Now, before you judge someone like that, picture yourself in his shoes.
I don't want to.
You have to. You have to. Because think about it. You was already in the situation. You was already halfway there. Like, and then it smells like death. What do? You just want to leave? You're in your car. What are you going to say? Like, oh, I'm out of gas or battery.
You know what? Yeah, there's not enough room to pull across this side of the road. But no, I'm going to use the excuse that I always use to get out of hanging out with a girl or whatever. Yeah, you see, you know how I told you I had irritable bowel syndrome?
Oh, you're irritating my bowels.
So yeah, I gotta go take a wild shit right now. Stomach is bubbling. I feel like I'm gonna throw up right now. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna leave.
And then she turns to you. She's like, "Yeah, me too."
Now, actually, I have one more I want to talk about. Now, this is fucked up. He said, there's a freak named Shannon, such a sinner. She smokes that pipe, and she's getting thinner. Shannon is cool, but her mind is gone. One fat rock, and it's going on.
Okay.
You fucking a crackhead?
Hell no, I ain't fucking crackhead. Now, oral sex is not quite the same. No.
So less teeth.
I ain't fucking with that shit. I
Nigga
remember
says
we
she-
saw an interview with like Danny Brown and ASAP Rocky, and fucking Danny Brown was just straight up saying like how he would get head from a crackhead.
He's like, yeah, man, I got hit before from a toothless crackhead. Like, oh no, she's like, I served her, and she's like, yo, you want your dick sucked? And I was like, you know what, nigga, fuck it. The next thing you know, she has popped her teeth out like boop. She gummed a nigga. I was like, God.
Now,
Oh.
for me, I just couldn't do it. I was just like, I don't know where this person's been. I couldn't do it. I don't even fucking share drinks. Like, I can't be doing that shit. What about you though?
Couldn't. Let's do a quick scroll scene because this song is like 8 minutes of him just talking about fucking a million different girls. All right, so this guy said, I knew a Tinder named Cherie. I took her to my house and let her freak on me. Baby was a fan. She loved my beat, but I wouldn't lift my leg and let her kiss my feet. Are you letting the bitch kiss your feet?
Well, we already know your answer, so we'll just speed up this process, and I'll just say no because I just don't like that shit. It gives me no benefit.
I'm not letting a bitch ever touch my feet.
Okay,
That's
let's
just
not
weird.
lie on the podcast now.
I mean, I have no problem sucking a bitch's toes, but bitch trying to touch my feet, that is OP.
I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I can see your girl. I can see your girl right now after watching 4-Year-Old Virgin. It's like, oh, I see your big toe. And if you ever met Fat Papi in real life, you would know that he has the world's biggest big toe. And she would probably dip that shit in some blue cheese and go to town.
She's gonna handle it like a fucking buffalo.
Blue cheese, baby.
All right, man. We gotta call
Bust
it.
down Totiana.
Yo, shit is wild. Okay, we gotta call it, man.
All right, yeah.
Let's down Tatiana.
All right, well, freaking Fat
I wanna
Papi's
put
gotta
my
go
foot
to the
down.
store and get some more blue cheese, so his girl can bust down later on tonight. And it's been another episode of Fat Papi, Slim Papi, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.